blue. Very good Sunday morning to everybody. Happy weather extra time. Wah, cha, 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 cha. So, hot air balloons taking off at the Alabama Jubilee this morning. It was breaking news on WAFF 48 all morning long. We had it first for you on the camera. And then, of course, I go to Weather Extra, and they're no longer there. Isn't that great? Yeah. They're all up in the sky. Up, up, and away. Fifth Dimension. Great song. iRadio. Or radio. Or Apple Music. Type it in. It's a great song from 1967. Anyway, the balloons were there moments ago. Now they're gone. So what happened was, and I tell you this, and all joking aside, the weather was okay this morning in Decatur to allow those balloons to go up into the sky, which is great. That will probably not be the case this afternoon. So they launched for the Alabama Jubilee Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night. And so Sunday morning was going to be the best opportunity, and it played out that they could get up there. Not all pilots felt comfortable going. Some did, some did not. And then tonight, it's going to be very hard to get the balloons up because there's going to be some showers and storms. If you're waking up this morning and it's dry, good for you, and you're having a good start to the day. That's fantastic. And in the shoals, I can finally see the road. So all morning long, I had this camera up in the shoals, and I couldn't see anything. The fog was so dense. But now, I can see things. So that's good. We're coming around in the shoals, getting a little brighter out there. Maybe not that much sunshine like it has been for everybody else, but it's a dry start this morning, and there's not going to be a lot of dry time for the Memorial Day weekend, but here we are this morning waking up, and it's not so bad for parts of the area, which is pretty cool. All right, I'm going to take the graphics full for a moment as I hit my little buttons. There's the fog. Yeah, so that yellow area there in Haleyville, that was like all the way up into like Lauderdale County a little while ago. So it's improving. Once you start to warm the temperature up, it'll help dry the air out a bit, and the fog will be reduced, which is good. If you don't have a 1 next to you and you have a 10 or an 8, you're doing good. And therefore, it's not that bad of a morning. Temperature is kind of on the cool side, but it is a little humid. So we're going to get to 70 pretty quick this morning. I have a little sun in the forecast around noon, but I probably think that sun that we have will give way to clouds quickly. And the graphic put a little shower in there for 12. But the better chance or higher chance of more organized rainfall will come in the afternoon. And it'll come in the form of some showers and thunderstorms. Some of the storms could be strong. I think heavy rainfall and gusty winds will be the primary concern. Gusty winds being about 40 miles an hour. Could get a little small hail. It's going to impact your day if you have outdoor plans. But rainfall in the forecast doesn't look like a widespread severe weather kind of day, but certainly impactful enough that if you were trying to have a cookout or a picnic or a birthday party or whatever your day is outside, please be cautious of the storms. But again, it's more of just basic thunderstorms. With that said, lightning is not part of a severe thunderstorm warning. And please, if you're going to try to do some fishing today on the many great, wonderful areas that we have to go fishing, please have a way to get updates if lightning is in your area. If lightning is approaching your area, you may want to pull it back and bring it on in. And that might be the best move that you can make. Hour by hour forecast, 9 a.m. Whatever sun we have, clouds will build back in. Showers lurking to the west by 2, 3 o'clock. Here they come. Line of showers and storms, heavy rainfall, some gusty winds. And any storms that precede the main line, like you see there in Arab and you see out just east of Scottsboro, that too could provide some heavy rainfall. Should rip across the area pretty quickly through the evening hours and bring heavy rain to areas in Sand Mountain and Lookout Mountain as it moves across the Georgia state line by 7, 8 o'clock. There's another area of rainfall behind it that will move through during the evening. And if we get a decent slug of rain in here, I mean, Huntsville, already 6th wettest May on record, has a chance to make it to the top 4 or top 3, depending on how much rain falls today. I mean, it's been a really wet month of May and very cool as well. More rain tonight, and then in the morning tomorrow on Monday, I'll stop it at 7 a.m. It doesn't look so bad, right? But there'll be more in the way of showers and thunderstorms in the day tomorrow. So a Memorial Day weekend that will feature another burst of rain before we're all said and done. Hi, Bill Beck. Good morning, my friend. You can see clearly now that the fog is gone. I like that. A lot of fog in your area, Mr. Bill Beck, this morning. I couldn't even see anything. The camera was useless. Here I was showing you all of these people like it was sunny, and I'm showing like sunrises and everywhere else, and I'd put the Shoals camera up. I'd be like, wah, wah. It was like completely foggy. It was terrible, 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 terrible. Marilyn says, good morning. I can deal with fog and rain as long as there are no more tornadoes. Yeah, tornadoes are very bad, Marilyn. Yes, yes, yes. And much easier to deal with some fog and rain for sure. Definitely. Though I will tell you this. I was in Hartselle yesterday. I did not go to my usual favorite restaurant. I went to a different restaurant yesterday. But I love Hartselle. I love going down there. And I will make an excuse to go down there. It's only like 30 minutes away, everybody. It's not that far. So I was there. And a thunderstorm came in, and it was pouring rain, coming down, cats and dogs, meow, meow, woof, woof. And the thunder was really loud. It was like I was driving down 36 on Main Street, train came, got stuck at the light. I'm okay with that because the downtown area is beautiful in Hartselle. And the thunder was so loud, it was like shaking my truck on the road. It was epic. It was epic. A lot of lightning, too. A lot of cloud-to-ground lightning, too. My good buddy Don, who I talked to on Facebook, unfortunately, his house was struck by lightning yesterday, and it started a fire in the attic, and they had to tear down some of the ceiling to get up there and take care of it. He sent me pictures. But lightning, gosh, so many lightning strikes this month. Obviously, the tornadoes, 13 tornadoes with the last severe weather event. Everybody talks about that, of course. But so many lightning strikes in the past month with storms. It's been crazy. Amy Seaton, good to see you on. I hope all is well. Vacation Valerie singing away, which is fantastic. Stands up to 10.71 inches of rain in Falkville. Wow. He says, I should have bought that paddle boat. Stan Barbie, it's that personality of yours that I like so much. Yeah, I'm going by like I look at the Huntsville, Shoals, and I even look at Decatur. I look at the numbers there, airports, right? But I'm sure areas that don't have an airport have had just as much rainfall. Like, it's crazy. Huntsville, last I checked, I think it was 8.71. We need 0.4 more to move into fourth place, and then you got to go double digits to get to the top three. But, this is turning out to be one of the wettest Mays on record for Huntsville. Think of the records go back to like 1905. This is abnormally wet. Like, it's crazy. And very cool, because when you have rain, what do you have? You have clouds, right? You don't have as much sunshine. We've had some days that were in the 80s, but I don't think Huntsville's hit 90 yet. And we're way past the point of where we usually have our first 90-degree day in the year. Haven't done that yet. I think the Shoals came really close. I think the Shoals might have one 90-degree day. But anywho, Vacation Valerie is in the house. Good morning, Jeff. Helen is watching. It's good to see you, Helen. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. It's pretty cool. Good Sunday. Jill Johnson says 13. Yes, 13 confirmed tornadoes. Yes. And one waterspout. That went over Wheeler Lake, which is an EFU, if you didn't hear the whole explanation I gave yesterday. EF0, EF1, EF2, you hear that all the time. But we had an EFU, which sounds like I'm telling you something bad, like EFU. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did have somebody message me yesterday, like, you really shouldn't tell me that when you're on. I'm not saying anything bad. It's actually a rating. What it is an EFU tornado means that it was usually over water, or it's over like a man-made watery, like a reservoir, like a water. So what happens is the National Weather Service can't survey any damage because it's over water. So it gets an EFU, undetermined essentially, EFU, undetermined. But a couple EF2s, 13 tornadoes though, it's a lot. Zelma, good morning, Jeff. I hope you had a great, blessed day today. So far, so good. The day is young at 8:31, but we're going to have a great day the rest of the day, too. It's all good. All good. Hi, Angela. Good to see you on in Limestone County. I won't give out the exact location, but I appreciate it. Dwayne, Decatur weather from 2 to 8 today, going downhill. Showers and thunderstorms increase with each passing hour of the day. Progressively worse during that time period. If you're going to have a glimmer of hope, it would be at 2, but it'll be cloudy. And then it'll progressively get wetter and wetter throughout that time frame. Some of the rain could be heavy at times, with a few gusty winds as well. Jessica, good morning to you. Christian, good morning to you. A lot of smiley faces. Laughing, good. Hopefully laughing with me and not at me. Ron Hayes, good Lord's Day morning from Sheffield, Jeff. Ron, good Lord's Day morning to you too. Thank you for joining me from beautiful Sheffield. I talked about you a lot today on Sheffield. You had fog this morning. Do you have fog at your house? It was really foggy on all the cameras out there. I was checking even the Algo cameras too, and I was like, Cox Creek Parkway was like in your face kind of fog, you know? I don't know why I made a slurpy sound. I don't know why that was, I don't know what that purpose was for that. Amy says, today is race watching day. Indy 500, the Coca-Cola 600, then Gordon Ramsay. If it's going to rain, at least it gives me an excuse to watch. True that. Good stuff. Rain in the afternoon. You got some time, Amy, to go outside this morning, though, if you want. It's actually quite breathtaking outside right now. But I get it. Those indoor plans are good stuff. Kirsten, good morning to you. Always good to see you on. Rhonda, good morning. Hope your day is awesome. Rhonda, I hope your day is awesome, too. That's good stuff right there. Hashtag good stuff. Amanda, Cherokee County, Center, Alabama here. Good to see you on, Amanda. We talk about y'all, too. And should be okay. You probably will get some storms like the latest out of everybody today. In fact, Amanda, in Cherokee County, in Center, you could probably escape most of the day without rain. It'll be close. You get it last. Stanley, good morning to you. Good to see you on. Kaylee's on this morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy to have you all on, which is fantastic for weather extra. I don't know why I do that. Bobby, how you doing? Bobby Ham, good to see you. Good morning. A lot of new names on here. That's awesome. Like, thank you all for stopping by. That's what it's all about. Like, and I always say, if you say hi, I try to see a comment. I'll try to answer you back. If you're watching on my Facebook page, I don't have that page up. Come over to the 48 page and say hi, and I'll talk to you here. And I will answer and talk to everybody. Even if you say something mean to me and make me cry, I'll still at least acknowledge you. It's okay. Ron says, yeah, lots of fog earlier. Should be burning off, though, right? Hopefully. I don't know if you're going to get into, like, bright, beautiful sun, because that sun window is closing quickly. But there was some sun for parts of the Tennessee Valley this morning. It was quite nice. Vacation Valerie, for those of you who don't know who Vacation Valerie is, it's Valerie Kirby Carey. She will say hi to each and every one of you as well, because she rocks. And she's, like, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And she says good morning to all of you. Jessica, this weekend is good for indoor projects. It sure is. I don't have any. I just had, well, that's not true. I had somebody put shiplap up in my living room and dining room on the accent walls. It looks awesome. But I didn't do it, though. No. I just found an excuse to go someplace yesterday. I had to go. I went over to Bridge Street, walked around, hang out there a little bit. And then the rain came and I went inside. I ate twice. I went to the restaurants twice yesterday because I can't eat once. Hi, Brooke Miller. Good to see you. Good morning. You have a fantastic Sunday. Stan, what's up? Have a blessed Memorial Day weekend. Got to get ready. I'm singing at the church in South Coleman County today. Stan, one of these days I'm going to come down and see you sing when I'm not like working the morning shift or something. I'm sure you're going to rock it like you always do. Kaylee, are y'all anticipating for anything severe? Not really. It depends. I guess I always say this. It depends what you define as severe. So rain and wind and lightning, not technically severe thunderstorms, but for some of you that's pretty scary, so that would be severe for you. But severe-wise, weather-wise, I mean, it's just like thunderstorms today, typical thunderstorms. Amanda, that would be awesome. I normally work Sunday night, but off for the holiday, get to enjoy family. Amanda, that is awesome. Yeah, Amanda, I mean, based on the forecast models, like y'all would be the last area to get any kind of showers and storms. But if you can push it to like 4 or 5 o'clock, you might be able to salvage most of the day. It might be bright and sunny the entire day, but at least you won't have rain all day, right? Today, this morning was a little bit more of a window than I thought we'd have, but there was evidence in the forecast models, and I talked about this yesterday, that there would be a lull in the action sometime overnight into the morning this morning. Now, if we can extend that lull of rain into the afternoon, that's a pretty good window of dry weather, considering that the models Thursday had it all wet like the whole time. But on Friday, they started to back off a little bit here this morning, and it's playing out that way right now. But showers and storms will come back later. Bobby from Russellville, Alabama. We have a lot of y'all from Russellville and Phil Campbell on here, and Red Bay and Vina and Hodges. And we appreciate that. Brooks says, is it going to get bad in Cherokee Ridge and Arab today? Again, the definition of bad, you'll have some thunderstorms. You're going to have heavy rain. So if it's heavy rain that's bad, yes, that's bad. Gusty winds, about 40 miles an hour, and could have a little small hail. A lot of lightning, which can be very bad too. But bad, I think you mean by the definition of like, is it going to be severe weather? And what you really mean is there going to be tornadoes. And I don't think that's the case, is what I'm assuming. So I hope that helps answer your question, Brooke. There's very different levels of bad for some people. There are some people that come onto our Facebook Live, and if we have any thunder whatsoever, that's bad, right? My dog Rubble, any thunder, bad, right? Unless he's on his medication. But the different levels of bad, for sure. George, good morning from Muscle Shoals Colbert. We got hammered the other day. I joined a little late. What time are you expecting rain to move in? I'd like to get some fishing done before. George, if you're doing some fishing, all about it. You got to go get on out there and do it in the morning because rain and storms come in the afternoon, probably like 1, 2 o'clock for you in the shoals, okay? And they're going to have a lot of lightning. And if you're going to be out in the boat, I don't know how you're going to do your fishing. If you do it from the shore, if you go out in the boat, have that app, have something. I don't care if it's the 48 app, just have something that tells you if lightning is nearby. Get off the water when that happens. But you have a window here where you could probably squeeze in a little fishing till about the noontime hour, 1 o'clock, and then you got to probably call it quits. A lot of lightning with storms today, okay? But have fun. Your window of opportunity for fishing this weekend was like short and sweet. But tomorrow, I want to say maybe late morning you could do a little bit more fishing, but I don't want to be held to that yet because I don't want to tell people that. Ken Jackie Thompson Pamplin. I love it. I love all the names like that. Thank you. Sense of humor or annoying sarcasm? Sense of humor for you, which is good. Annoying sarcasm for others, not good. But thank you. Thank you. Vacation Valerie talking about indoor projects, which is good. Tim Craig, we are camping at Joe Wheeler. Does it look like storm? There are storms in the forecast, yes. It does look like there'll be some storms, Tim, this afternoon. Heavy rain. Yep. Awesome. Nicole. Hey, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole, for the balloon picture this morning. I got a hot air balloon picture to actually prove that those balloons were up in the sky, even though when I took the camera, they weren't there anymore. Good morning, Jeff. Hope you have a great Sunday. So thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate all those nice comments. Very good. Except that I got to get you a weekend where it doesn't rain so you can actually celebrate a birthday without rain and having to cancel all the plans, right? We'll work on that. All right. Brooke says, yes, that helped as long as there's no tornadoes. Boom. That's what I knew you were going with right there. Hi, Courtney, Rogersville. What is the trajectory of weather there? Oh, I like that. The trajectory of weather. The trajectory of weather is going to be that you have a chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon that could produce some heavy rainfall and gusty winds in the Rogersville area. Your time frame in Rogersville will be between about 2 and 3 p.m. I like that. The trajectory. Not a forecast, but a trajectory. I love that. I'm going to start using that word. Nicole Waller, I have lots more balloon pics and videos I want to share. You know, send those pictures over to waffnews.com. There's a sign. Submit your photos page. And if you submit your photos there, Nicole, I won't be here this afternoon. I got 2 days off coming up. I'm out. That door ain't going to hit me in the butt this summer. I'm out, okay? But this wonderful young lady, Tatiana, is here, and she will see your pictures and raise you by putting them on air possibly this afternoon or for this evening's newscast. Because obviously, I don't think the balloons are going to take off this evening with the storms in the forecast. And in all seriousness, out of 4 potential launches, only 1 worked out this weekend because I don't think the one this afternoon is going to work out. And at least we have some pictures, and it would be great if you wanted to share them. I posted a couple from our Decatur camera up on my page, and it went from like 1 that like went way out of my screen and I couldn't see it anymore to like all of a sudden there was like 8 of them. And then when I went to come on here, they were all gone. Hot air balloons rise. They get above the camera. Anyway. Is that cool? Yeah. She's waiting for them. Nicole's like, yeah, I'll get them to you. Hi, Roberta Smart. Good morning. Good to see you on. Oh, thank you, Vacation Valerie. I appreciate that. If anybody knows, if anybody thinks that I'm funny and it's you that thinks I'm funny, that's all that matters to me. I'm going to pull the 10-day up so you can see it. I didn't really talk about it much past Monday or Tuesday, so I should probably address that. So storms this afternoon, more scattered storms Monday and Tuesday. This is a lot of heavy rain our way. It's going to take those rain totals for the month of May and bring them to a whole new level. And then isolated storms Wednesday and Thursday. The amount of coverage won't be as impressive, but there'll still be some storms. Can't take them out completely. Friday, front moves through. That should get that 20% on Saturday out of here. And then Sunday looks better now, and next week looks better because the frontal boundary will be east of us and not get stuck over the area. So I thought we had light at the end of the tunnel last Sunday at this time, and that's turned out to be a big old But hopefully by the end of that 10-day, it gets better. I see sunshine icons in 80s, which is a big, big improvement, which is great. So, Brandy, Smith Lake, you have a chance of showers and thunderstorms as well. They'll probably, it's going to be interesting for Smith Lake because some of the activity may actually stay just north of you. But if it does swing down to Smith Lake, it's like mid-afternoon and it'll have a lot of lightning. So if you're on a boat, you want to make sure you be very careful. But you have a window of opportunity for a few hours here. So I think you're good to go for a little bit. Bobby says, is Franklin County going to be severe? Yeah, Bobby, that's a tricky question for Franklin County because, again, the definition of severe really comes down to personal. Like, from a weather standpoint, that would be winds over 58 miles an hour, large hail, 1-inch diameter, and a tornado. I don't think you're going to have either of those three today. Okay? So with that said, by definition, no. But if you have a lot of lightning and you have winds gusting 30, 40 miles an hour and some small hail and it hits your location and lightning hits a tree and then the tree falls, which we don't want to have happen, that would be kind of like severe. So it would be bad, you know, but it technically doesn't warrant a severe thunderstorm warning. So I think there's an impact today, whether it defines as severe or not. Kind of trivial, but still an impact. So I hope that helps answer your question. Michelle says, good morning from Mountain View. I love it. Amanda, you were speaking of Hartselle. I have a daughter and family there. I love it in the town. I call it Mayberry. I love Hartselle, and I want to move there badly. If you want to sell your house to me, call me. But anyway, it's really cute. It's a great place, great restaurants, great people. Everyone is so nice across the Tennessee Valley, but in Hartselle, it's a little special. Everyone's really, really nice. Big fan. Kaylee says, I'm so over the rain. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. It's been a lot of rain. It's crazy rain totals in May so far. Crazy. Kaylee, when will we have a week of sun? Not in that 10-day forecast. Maybe 3 days in a row. Maybe 4 if Saturday works out. We'll see what happens, though. Courtney, you're welcome. No problem. That was the 2 to 8. Lorraine, best weather app, WAFF 48. Yeah. No, in all seriousness, I'll answer that question. I have like 13 apps on my phone. And I like each app for certain reasons, okay? But the 48 app from a TV standpoint is by far the best app at any station I've ever worked at. And I've worked at a lot of TV stations because I'm like, I just leave stations and then come back and go away. But this one I'm sticking around to, I think. But anyway, yeah, I think it's a great app. And it's great because you have radar. You can actually advance the radar forward. You can look at the past. It gives you updates, warnings, detects when lightning is near you. It's personalized to your location. So if you go on vacation with the 48 app, it goes with you. And therefore, storms that affect you in a different part of the U.S., it knows where you're at. It's smart like that. When I'm looking at a radar and I'm at home keeping an eye on things for severe weather, I use Radar Scope. It's one of my favorites. A lot of people use Omega Weather. That's another good app. Some of these cost money, though. 48 app is free. 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 Do you like the way I did that? Why spend money if you don't have to? course, I say that, and I have radar scope, and I spend money on that. And I have like the best equipment ever at this station to follow storms. But when I'm at home and I have storms hitting my house, I have to rely on the 48 app and my radar scope. And I'm not here to watch the Barron's product that we have that is so good here. It's a very good product, best product in the thing. Brandy Smith Lake, I just answered that question, Brandy. I'm sorry if I didn't answer fast enough, but I put like, if you get some storms, it would be like mid-afternoon. There'll be a lot of lightning, so you don't want to be on the water. Samantha, who's going to be here when you leave for the day? Brad will be coming in today. Yes, Brad is in tonight. Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis. We're swapping weekend shifts, Eric, Brad, and myself, for a while. I think next weekend I'm nights and Eric's mornings on Saturday and Sunday, so you'll have like a different face on each shift all the time for the next couple of weeks. But we're getting there. But Brad will be in here this afternoon. Deanna, good morning to you. Tamara, hi. Good to see you on. Were you on my page and I didn't answer you? And I'm a big jerk. And I did that to you yesterday. I'm sorry about that. And Tamara, I really like you. Deanna, I don't have any tornadoes thinking. I think I'm not going to say a 0 chance, because anytime you have thunderstorms, it's never a 0 chance, but I think it's a really low chance. I think you're going to probably focus more on the rain and wind today and a lot of lightning with the storms. Good. Hi. Julia Cruz, DCP Bacaro. I love it. I don't know what that means. I can't say that, so we're just going to hide that one. I don't even know what that is. Did you see that comment? I can't understand it. Happy Sunday, Julia says. Good. It's great. Happy Sunday. I sent the pics over. Thank you, Jeff and Tatiana. There you go. Whoa, instant. Look at, oh, yes. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. Good stuff. I'm going to head back to a different graphic really quick. It is 8:48. I cannot just stay on. I got to get going. Let me see what we got here, though. Come on, cameras. Ah, it went dark in the shoals. Just kidding. I was going to come back to Decatur to see if there's any more balloons, but no balloons. Tis all right. Kaylee, Albertville storm arrival. It's like later today, like probably like mid to late afternoon for you. Anybody who's like southeast of the Tennessee Valley, it will take longer to get to you. The storms are coming from the northwest. So. Lauren just popped on here, supposed to go to Gunnersville at 1. Is it looking like we maybe should just stay home? Oh, I never stay home. I go, but I love Gunnersville. You can eat indoors if it rains, but I think in all seriousness though, Lauren, if you get storms in Gunnersville, it will probably be a little bit more towards like 3, 4 o'clock, like in Albertville. And if that's the case, you have a window to maybe go to Gunnersville and hang out for a couple hours on the City Harbor area and do a little walk around, have lunch, whatever. And you may be able to squeeze out enough time. I don't know what your plans are for the entire day, but you have some time. It might not be the brightest day. There's going to be a lot of clouds, but there is a window of opportunity where we're getting some dry weather for a little while. The storms are off to our north and west still. We got storms east, storms west. We're like sitting like the plane on the runway. We're taxiing, waiting to take off with the storms. So you got time. I hope that helps. Thank you, Deanna. Appreciate that. I'm not going to answer any more tornado questions. It's getting ridiculous. Michael, how is Cloverdale looking? I don't know. You're there. You tell me. What does it look like out there? Does it look good? Probably got a little cloud cover. Had a little fog this morning, but you should be okay for a little bit longer. You're going to get storms first, though, and they'll be rainy, and they'll be a bit gusty with winds, but you should be all right. Probably not the best afternoon in Cloverdale in terms of rainfall with impact and lightning, and not good for outdoor plants. But you are dry right now, though. Live it up. Live in the moment. Amber, is it ever going to quit raining? I will go out on a limb and say yes. Yes. It's not raining right now, so there you go. Already done. Not raining at all, Amber, right now. Completely dry everywhere. Rain this afternoon, though. And rain Monday and rain Tuesday. But I will go out on a limb and say that I do think it will quit raining at some point. It might be my best prediction of the entire year. Just popped on here. Supposed to go. What Jeff said. Hopefully it will be awesome time for you. Vacation Valerie, you cracked me up. All right. I think I've answered questions. I gave times for storms. Yeah, I mean, like I said, live in the moment. Go outside right now. Turn this thing off and go. Weather extra. Bah humbug. Go out there and enjoy some hazy sun on that camera in Decatur right there. There's a lot of clouds. But actually, it's turned out to be a pretty nice morning, except for that fog in northwest Alabama and western portions of like Franklin County and stuff like that. That wasn't so great. But overall, this is a longer window of dry weather than I expected today. I thought we were getting the storms probably like I think Eric put in his forecast last night, start watching the radar like mid-morning, and I felt like it was about like 9, 10 o'clock we'd be talking about storms almost towards the tail end of this weather extra, and there's nothing here. It's all to the west still. So we're getting like this extended extra hours of some dry weather. Is it going to make the day perfect? Probably not. But for those of you who are more east and closer to the Georgia state line, it's going to take longer for those storms to get to you. So with each passing hour, you get a little bit more in the way of non-rainy hours. If you're west, it's a little different. All right, I'm going to go, everybody. I'm done. I've answered the same question a few times. Got to go. Everybody have a fantastic day. Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis will be in this afternoon. He'll have the very latest for you on the forecast for tonight and what you expect for Memorial Day. Any subtle changes in the forecast model, he will update you. And I am not back until Wednesday morning when I try to imitate Eric Burke on air, and I play Weather Guy on Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm Brad on Friday. I don't even know. I just take one day at a time right now as the schedule, and you do the same too. Have a good day, everybody.